What's up, Trainiacs? Today, very quick video to talk about how you can use something like a TRX band and the infamous stretchy cords to help fix what is probably one of the single biggest impediments to age group triathletes swimming fast. So if any of you have been around for a while and watched any of the swim analysis videos, you know that I have a shameful straight arm pull. And what that is as you're swimming, what you want is to have a nice, like a 90-degree bend here. And you want that bend to allow your forearm to basically be vertical and your bicep to also catch water. So what ends up happening is as you're pushing back, you've got a really big surface area here. What most triathletes end up doing is they end up letting that elbow drop and sliding back like this. And because they're doing that, they are not grabbing nearly as much water. This is very natural for a lot of people to do because our body tends to gravitate towards the path of least resistance. So this, a lot of resistance, but you're going to go very fast because you've got a lot to grab onto. This, not a lot of resistance, easier on your body because you don't have a lot that you're actually grabbing onto. What people also do is they might also turn their hand in like this and have their palm pointing basically across their body and slicing through the water instead of like this where you're grabbing a whole lot of surface area. Now, why do people do this, you might ask? Number one, what you hear a lot is you want that early vertical forearm from swim coaches. They're like, you want that forearm as vertical as possible, as early as possible. Well, I'm gonna credit a lot of this to Jerry Rodriguez from Tower 26, who says that most age group swimmers who don't have a swim background and we run in triathlon, which is very corrosive on the flexibility of our body, we just literally don't have the flexibility to make our arm do that. Totally fine, but we still want to get our arm in that nice 90-degree position because, think of it this way, if you've got your arm in a nice 90-degree position there and there, you can engage those lats, those really nice big muscles, and you can push with a lot more resistance and force, launching yourself forward. If you're straight, go like this, where's all the pressure? It's going to be on your little muscles in the shoulder, which is why your boy triathlon Taren ends up having a fairly sore shoulder and I have to hang a lot. So how do we fix these issues? So for starters, fixing the flexibility that's holding you back from being able to have that nice catch is a much harder thing to do than you might think. To end up actually lengthening your muscle fibers and making them longer and more flexible, you have to stretch somewhere around 2 to 4 minutes every single day for about 3 months. Most people aren't going to do that. However, one of the big things that I just realized that is going to hold specifically me back is because I have a history, like most triathletes do, of sitting at a desk and not being very active from side to side, my lats have actually gone to sleep. You can test this on yourself by going like this and seeing if you can flex your lat muscle and make it actually protrude and firm up. In a lot of people's cases, and mine especially, like I had NTK put her hand there and I literally was not budging it with all my might. So here are the 2 things that you can do to end up reawakening those lats. Just like we have to reawaken our glutes with things like a clamshell movement, just to get that glute firing again, we can fix that lat with these 2 movements. So if you have access to a TRX machine or really anything that'll end up anchoring a hand here, you can go like this. Put your feet in a little bit and have a straight line from the rope through your forearm and keep that line straight and then pull that elbow in. And the key of this is to make sure there is a straight line through your forearm all the way through ooh, yeah, to the rope. And if you end up going like this, where that line from the forearm ends up breaking from the line of the rope, you're then working your bicep and your deltoid. So you want to keep that nice straight line there. You see how that works? Still straight, and that's going to activate your lat. If you don't have access to that, you can use stretch cords or just some TheraBand, as I'm going to show you right now. Start by anchoring the stretch cords at about head height a long way out, and then step back quite a bit. You want to load up a fair bit of resistance on these stretch cords so that it's heavy and resistant enough that you can't use your little muscles, that you need the bigger muscles of your lats to end up doing this movement. What you end up doing is you just very slowly rotate your hips like you are doing a swim stroke, and then start the swim stroke, and because there's enough resistance, you're going to have to force yourself to use those lats, and I can feel it right now, and you can see that to be able to move that resistant band, I've got to access those lats, push down, and access the triceps at the end. You want to pop, and you see how that tricep is engaged at the end, then do almost like a swim stroke, and do the same thing with the other hand, and just do it very, very slowly. And the entire time that you're doing it, focus on loading up the resistance onto the lat right underneath the armpit. As you're doing that and focusing on your lats, think about keeping your fingertips lower than your elbow. Think about keeping those fingertips pointed straight down, also not pointed in, not pointed out, but pointed straight back, and then push back, breaking the wrist so that the hand is still pointing straight back, generating power. Do the same thing on both sides. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And here's the thing, the difference between this and doing 3 minutes of stretching every single day for 3 months, or going in the gym and actually building strength, is all we're trying to do is reconnect those neuromuscular patterns that allow our brain to fire a specific muscle group. So if you do this maybe 8 times on each side, twice a day at most, ideally right before a swim, to re-engage that feeling of, all right, I'm gonna pull back and activate that, you're gonna be able to access those muscles. And all of a sudden, instead of your body forcing itself to have a straight arm, because you literally can't even access those lats, you're gonna be able to feel those lats. And gradually, you will be a better swimmer. So there you go, Trainiacs. Work on your lats, work on your bent elbow catch. If you aren't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. And if you are subscribed, I want to send you all birthday cards to say thanks. Actually, that would be a cool thing to do. Later.